Hey everyone, it's Mark, and as you can see from the picture here in the video, I recently purchased the PlayStation 5. I purchased it on Tuesday, the 24th of May. So, yeah, May 24th, I purchased it. I received it on May 26th, which was a Thursday, so only really 2 days after I ordered it. I bought it off directly from Sony, off of PlayStation Direct. So today I figured I would tell you about how I bought my PlayStation and the things you can kind of expect if you're buying off of PlayStation Direct. So the first tip I want to give you is to follow all the social media, well, not all of them, but a couple of social media accounts. Just go on Twitter and look up PlayStation Restock, follow a couple accounts there. That's what I did in order so I could get my PlayStation 5. That's what I did. And on the 24th, I got multiple alerts that informed me that PlayStation was doing a PlayStation Direct restock. So basically, what ended up happening was I went to the PlayStation Direct website where they loaded me into a waiting room. This was about 30 minutes before the queue officially opened. So when the queue did open, it opened and it said that I was in line, but I was over like an hour in line basically. So at the time, I kind of figured I wasn't gonna get a PlayStation that day. So I opened up another tab on my internet browser, watched a YouTube video, then I came back to it a little while later, about maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, and it went from over an hour to about 40 minutes as my wait time in the PlayStation Direct queue. So that's when I started paying more attention to it, really. And from then, it just rapidly, the time just ticked down basically. It went from 40 minutes to 30 minutes to 20 minutes. And by the time it hit 20 minutes, I grabbed my form of payment, my card. So yeah, that's one of the tips right there. You want to make sure you have your card ready to go if you get lucky during a PlayStation Direct restock, right? So you want to make sure you're prepared for that. Have your card on hand ready to go. Cause yeah, that time, if you're lucky enough, that time will count down very quickly. I swear, it said that I was over an hour in line, but I really ended up waiting less than 30 minutes in reality. So the time eventually it ticked down, it let me onto the PlayStation Direct website, and at least at the time, the only console that was available was the Horizon Forbidden West bundle console, basically. It was bundled with that game, but it was still, though, PlayStation 5, all the PlayStation 5. And in case you're wondering, the the game itself, it's not a physical edition of the game. It's just a digital version. There's a card inside the PlayStation box, gives you a code to redeem the game on the PlayStation Store. So that's how I redeemed my edition of Horizon Forbidden West. So yeah, though, but other than that, still good. So yeah, if you want to purchase a PlayStation 5, you want to make sure you have your card ready, and then as you're in the store able to purchase it, I mean, you want to make sure you have all your info on hand, like your shipping info. One thing I did, this I had this already put in my internet browser. I use Google Chrome, so maybe it made different for what browser you use, but I used Google Chrome as I said, so all my shipping information I had auto filled, which just saves time. when you're buying a PlayStation 5, I mean, the less time it takes you to buy it, the better, obviously. So, when it came to entering my shipping info, just one click and it all auto-filled for me, basically. And then the only info I manually had to enter was my card info, basically. So yeah, I mean, that's basically, it's all pretty simple. I mean, and if you're a PlayStation Plus member and you're ordering from PlayStation Direct, you get free shipping on the console itself, the PlayStation 5. If you're a PlayStation Plus member ordering from PlayStation Direct, free express shipping. At least at the time of this recording, that's how it is. Today is May 28th, I believe, at the time of this recording. Yes, it is. I'm looking at my calendar. And at the time that I purchased it on Tuesday, the 24th of May, that is what the deal was, basically. Free shipping if you're a PlayStation Plus member, free express shipping, which is nice. I mean, I paid about, I'll be honest, I paid about $545 for the console itself. And keep in mind, that was with Horizon Forbidden West included. So, but you gotta think about taxes as well. So on top of taxes, I ended up paying almost 600, not quite 600, but almost $600. But I mean, it's worth it, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, I bought it, I purchased it from an official reseller, Sony itself, basically. That's who I purchased my console from. I didn't buy it off a scalper, which I would never do, honestly. I would rather wait forever than purchase off a scalper. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, you want to make sure you have your card info ready, have your shipping info either auto-filled on the browser, or you better be very quick at typing, because the less time you spend buying it, because this is another thing. It says right on the PlayStation Direct website as you're waiting in the queue and in the waiting room, it says that your console will not be reserved until you actually complete the purchase. So just because you're on the buy page, it doesn't mean anything. Like, you have to literally confirm your purchase, enter all your info, and as long as you see your order is confirmed, I mean, unless you don't see that, your order is not official. So, so yeah, and I assume that's like that for most websites, because I know the PlayStation 5 is still difficult to find, but so yeah, you want to make sure you have your card info ready to go. You have your shipping info ready at hand, basically. Autofilled if possible. I mean, my personal preference for my card information, that's the only thing I filled out manually, basically, because I don't trust a lot of websites. There's only like, I think, one or two websites that I have my card info actually saved. So, so yeah, I don't have that info saved on many websites. So, but I was able to type that in. And by the way, this was a public restock on the 24th of May. So this wasn't like I was invited to the restock. This was open, available to the public. So it did take some, I mean, it did definitely take some patience, because, like I said, at first when I entered the queue, it said for me, the waiting was over an hour. So at first I figured I wasn't getting a console that day, but ultimately, time went by. It went from over an hour to 40 minutes, then rapidly to 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and so on. So I was lucky enough, as you can see by the picture on the video, I was lucky enough to get a PS5. So, and another thing to note, if you do buy from PlayStation Direct, just know for a fact that, and I assume this is probably the same with other websites, but you'll have to check with that. But if you do order from PlayStation Direct, the day of delivery, either you or somebody you trust has to be at the house to sign for it because a signature is required at delivery. So you want to make sure that either you're home or somebody you really trust is home to sign for it. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I did get my PlayStation 5 finally. Fortunately, I mean, I feel good because I didn't pay a scalper. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about in this video. So yeah, if you have any questions for me, you can leave them in the comments. Again, I can only really answer specifically for PlayStation Direct. I really don't know about other websites because every other website has different policies and stuff like that, but I will do the best I can to answer your questions if you have any. So yeah, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.